The Detroit Lions have signed running back Malcolm Brown to an offer sheet in free agency, and the young running back hasn't played a huge role for the Los Angeles Rams as one of the team's backups, but he could be primed to do damage for the Lions if they were to add him to the roster. Brown has only been in the NFL a few years but already has some impressive highlights to his name. Specifically, when you think of Brown, the play you think of is an impressive toe-tap move along the sideline for a touchdown against the New Orleans Saints. It was a sweet catch that led Fox analyst Troy Aikman to proclaim that Brown would start for a lot of teams in the league, even though he's not a starter in Los Angeles. Here's a look at the play. Not only is Brown good out of the backfield catching the ball and running the ball, he can be a hammer in pass protection too, which is something which will undoubtedly interest the Lions. Perhaps one of his best plays was a smashing block he threw against the Arizona Cardinals. Malcolm Brown, that is how you get it done, at Malikat_28 serving pancakes. Question mark. Picked at twitter.com/Eves19VGTK, Los Angeles Rams, at Rams NFL, September 17, 2018. Brown, perhaps one of the lesser-known runners of the free agency class, is a running back that signed with the Rams as an undrafted free agent in 2015 out of Texas and was promoted to the 53-man roster in December of that year. As Todd Gurley's backup, Brown has put up 514 rushing yards and a touchdown on 128 carries and 149 receiving yards and a touchdown on 18 catches across 4 NFL seasons. At this point, the Lions may have spent plenty of money, but they still have more on the docket available to them, still with a top 10 cap total. The Lions will have to dedicate about $7 or $8 million of that total to their draft class, so the real total could be under $20 million. Still, it's a decent chunk of change with which to work at this point in time. Detroit has filled most of their biggest needs, but do still have some to address. Right now, the team could use a linebacker, running back and perhaps a backup quarterback to add to the mix. If they could get that, they would be in an even better place heading into the 2019 draft in April. It will be interesting to see if the Lions are matched by the Rams on Brown, or if the team simply lets him walk when all is said and done. The contract is a reported 2-year deal worth $3.25 million according to Albert Breer of SI. The defensive line and defensive backfield have several stud players who figure to be around early in the draft, and those are two spots where the Lions could figure to need instant upgrades. Detroit also has needs at tight end, perhaps at wideout, and also depth spots on the offense and defense. They also have plenty of draft picks with which to work. Now, they've got flexibility with those picks considering their fast free agency work. The Detroit Lions are pushing into the off-season. Stay up to date with everything. Take 5 seconds to sign up for our free Lions newsletter now. Combined with a young linebacking group, there is a hope that the Lions could turn into one of the NFL's more elite groups on defense if they are able to continue the arrow trending upward. Certainly, there is reason for hope that could soon be the case, as they've already got a nice place to start with some solid and budding talents on the field. Getting a high draft pick into the mix will help this turnaround further. Interestingly enough, many early mocks have had the Lions looking elsewhere than along the defensive front. Cornerback has also been alluded to as one of the team's bigger draft needs coming up, but that could have been dealt with enough to avoid an early selection. Detroit's next draft, whatever pick they might land, is still going to have to be heavy defensively and also at some of the offensive skill positions. Adding Brown would help the Lions round out their offensive group heading into the 2019 draft, and if he does indeed join the Lions, the team could be getting a budding star in the making.